If right now you're sitting at home, if you've been discarded by your narcissist, your psychopath ex, and you're in panic because you know that you're going to run into them at some event, then this video is for you. Yo, what's up? This is Kita with Psychopath Exposure, and we're back. Yo, today I want to talk about the fear of running into your narcissist after the discard. Or let's break it down even more. The fear of confronting your psychopath ex after you've been discarded. Let me tell you, this is not for everybody. So I'm giving you a fair warning right now. This is not for everybody. But for me, this was a huge step in my recovery. Huge step. After the discard phase happened, which in my case, I actually dumped that psycho bitch. But in my scenario, every single day that went by after that, the more I learned about this narcissist personality disorder and this trauma, every time I would think about the possibility of running into that monster down the street, I would just go into a panic. All the anxiety would just come crashing in, right? Floodgates of hell open again. I would literally sit in front of the mirror, right? And rehearse what I would do and say if I ever were to run into the narcissist again. I did that for years. Every single day. It's like I had to fool my brain or rewire my brain, reteach my brain to realize that, hey, if this ever happens, if I ever run into her, I'm going to let her know what's up. I'm not going to attack her. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to get all emotional. But I'm going to look her in the eye and I'm going to tell her, you fucking psychopath bitch, I know exactly what you are. You fucking narcissist. I know exactly what you are. I know what you're all about. I know you're a piece of shit and you're scum. And whatever the fuck I wanted to say at that time, whenever that moment would come. But I would say it in a calm, cool, confident, very collected manner. Just look at her dead in the eye, those soulless eyes. Just stare at them, look her right back in the eye, and tell her exactly what's up. No questions. This wasn't a debate. This wasn't a conversation. This wasn't about letting her speak and manipulate me and get into my head again. This is about me looking evil in the eye and calling it out for what it was. And you know what? I knew that moment was going to come. So I prepared for that moment every single day. It was crucial for my recovery to get my brain strong enough to know and confident to know that if that day ever would arise, I would be ready. Because you know what? The universe has a funny way of bringing people together through the law of attraction. Whether you believe in that shit or not, it's true. It's all true. It's all true. Just got a question from one of my followers, and he told me, hey, I'm going to be going to this event this weekend that I really want to go to, and I have a bad feeling I'm going to run into my narcissist ex-girlfriend. What do I do? And you know what? This is a very tricky situation because, first of all, you don't know if you're going to run into them or not. You just have the anxiety that it might happen. And depending on your city, whether it's a small city or not, that's only going to increase the odds. But that still doesn't guarantee that you're going to run into the narcissist again. They have a million things to do. They're probably grooming someone else right now while they're in a relationship with the person they cheated on you with. They have a lot of things going on in their lives. They got a lot of lies to cover, a lot of trickery to plot. So there's no guarantee that you're going to run into the psychopath when you think you're going to run into them. As a matter of fact, you're probably going to run into them when you least expect it. If you even do. Because these toxic motherfuckers have a way of ghosting you when they know you're onto them. However, if they feel that they can still extract supply out of you, if they feel that you don't know what they are and what's been going on all this time, they will linger around. So if that's your case, if that's the case of anybody listening today and you're in fear that you're probably going to run into the psychopath ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend at some point or another, then you got to really ask yourself, are you ready for that confrontation? Because your brain, as I covered in another video, your brain needs proof, not promise. Your brain needs to actually experience you confronting your tormentor and standing up to them and looking them in the eye and showing that you're not afraid of them and that you're confident enough to stand right in front of them no matter what happens and call them out for the evil that they are. If you don't do that, if you don't go through that experience, your brain will forever, subconsciously, always believe if they ever cross paths with you again, the torture will start all over again. And that's why we experience PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's why we experience anxiety and panic and trauma. That's why. Because the brain needs proof, not promise. So if you're not ready for that confrontation, if you know that you're just going to crumble at their feet, at the sight of them, if you know that they're going to have their way with you and they're going to have a way with your words and not let you get a word out, and they're just going to ridicule you and overpower you, that means you're not ready. That means you haven't healed, you haven't studied enough, you haven't traveled enough to put yourself in different situations, different experiences where the triggers aren't firing off every single day. There hasn't been enough healing on your part, and that's okay. If I would have run into my psychopath ex-girlfriend a month or 2 months after the discard, oh Lord, it would have been bad for both of us. It would have been bad for both of us. Thank God that didn't happen. I was not ready for that. And I knew it, because at the thought of a confrontation happening, I would just be paralyzed with anxiety. Paralyzed. So if that's what you're feeling right now, let me tell you, it's perfectly okay not to go to that event. It's perfectly okay not to put yourself in the places where these monsters more than often hang around. Don't go to their favorite bars where you know they're always hanging around, because they will be there with their next victims. They will be there grooming their next partners. That's where they're going to be. They have a circle of followers that have their back, that are under their spell. And all of those people will gang up on you because there's been a smear campaign already in place against you, just in case you ever showed up and got in their face. So if you're not ready for that, don't go. Don't go. Many, many times I realized, hey, I want to go to this place. I even had tickets to a convention once. And since I met that demon at that very same convention a few years back, I was like, I'm not going to go. And I didn't go, and I ripped up the ticket. Fuck it. It sucked. There's nothing cowardly about that. I just know it wouldn't have been good for either of us. So I didn't go. That's fine. It's totally fine. Let's take a look at the things that would happen if you actually run into the narcissist when you're not ready to confront them. Number one, the trauma will start all over again. Any type of healing that you've experienced to this point is over. You are back to day 0. No questions about it. Instantly, you are taken right back to the middle of hell all over again, and now it's even stronger. It's like blowing up a bridge, and before you have time to rebuild the bridge, you blow it up again. How can that bridge survive another attack? It hasn't even been rebuilt stronger. It's like going to the gym, you're tearing your muscles, right? And then you go the next day and you work out, you exercise the same muscle again when it's already torn. You haven't given it time to heal. It's not going to grow. That's not how that works. Okay? So if you run into the narcissist, if you confront the psychopath before you have healed and you've gotten stronger and you can stand on your own 2 feet with confidence and composure, calm, cool, collected, you will be transported right to the beginning of the trauma all over again. And you know how hard it's been just going no contact. You already know how difficult it is to accept this and to try to recover from it when they're lingering around, poisoning your mind. You don't want to go back to that. You don't want to go back to that. So if you're not ready, that's what's going to happen. That's the very first thing that's going to happen. And you're going to empower them, because when they see you weak and pathetic, like you were, like I was, when we were under their spell, they just become more empowered. And they will laugh at you with that Joker psychotic laugh that they always do once they've been exposed. And that's going to plant another seed, another anchor in your brain of trauma. You don't want that. The second thing that's probably going to happen if you confront your psychopath ex or you run into your narcissist ex before you've healed, before you're ready, is that they're going to take advantage of you and probably manipulate and convince you to allow them back into your life so they can continue extracting supply from you. And in your weakened state, and most likely if you're experiencing the Stockholm Syndrome, where you fall in love with your tormentor and your tormentor somehow is the only one that can heal the very same pain that they're creating, if you're feeling that, they're going to play right into that. They're going to play right into that. And you're going to fall for it. And you're going to fall right into their trap. And somehow, like we always did, through cognitive dissonance, through all the gaslighting, somehow we always believed their words, even when we knew they were lying. We always did. And they know that. They know that. So they're going to play that game again. So if you're not ready, if you haven't healed, you can't put yourself in that situation. Absolutely not out of the fucking question. And I know I'm one that advocates strength and confidence and just confronting and exposing them and taking back your power, taking back control of your life. But it has to be strategically. You can't just go out and rush into the war by yourself. You have to train for it. You have to build allies. And sometimes the best revenge is to live a better life and to run as far as you can from them. Because in that process of running and maybe moving to another city, sometimes that's exactly what the universe wanted for you. For a better life, for a better career, for a better partner. And that's what it took to get you out of your rut and move. Think about it. The universe works in mysterious ways. So those are the two things that are probably going to happen to you if you run into your narcissist before you've healed. So it's best to stay away. It's best not to put yourself in those situations. And if you just don't want to miss that event, you really want to go, then you know what? You better go with a group of friends that trust you, that love you, that have your back. And they have to understand that you're there on a mission. And if this person shows up, no matter what happens, you need to stop. Everybody needs to stop what they're doing and huddle up together. They have to have your back, and you need to know that they're going to be there for you. And if you tell them you have to leave, if you spot them and they haven't spotted you and you want to leave and you want to run out that back door, you do it. And you have to know that the people that are there with you are going to have your back. No questions. This is no joke. If your psychopath ex is a man with track record for violence, you do not want to put yourself in that situation. Even though in public, he may not attack you, because if he does, you know he's going to jail, and you know someone's going to be filming. It's probably not going to happen, but it could happen. You don't want to put yourself in that situation. You really don't. So think about it. Think about how important it is for you to attend venues, events, festivals, whatever, where your gut is screaming at you and telling you to stay away because you might run into that devil. It's not worth it. Take the time to heal. Build those strong boundaries. Practice no contact. Make new friends, healthy relationships before you go out there and put yourself in danger. And you know what? If you're new to the channel and you just stumbled upon this video because you're worried of running into the narcissist again and you don't know what to do because your friends don't understand and your friends are just telling you, oh, get over it, just live your life and go. No. They don't know what the fuck's going on. So if this is your first time here, do me a favor and get yourself the ebook that I put together for you guys, absolutely free. It's something I'm passionate about. I put together something really cool. It takes you through the steps of going no contact. I put a link below in the description. Go ahead and click on that so you can download it straight to your phone. And you can always have a study guide with you. Whenever you have any stupid thoughts of contacting them, I want you to pick that up. It's an ebook, so you can pick it up right on your phone or on your computer. You can print it and read that 1,000 times if you have to. I used to read my material thousands of times. Every book my mentor told me to read, I would read it every day. I would listen to it in Audible. This needs to be imprinted in your mind, because right now the imprint that you have in your mind is death from this fucking toxic, psychotic narcissist. You need to wash all that out of your brain. You got to get rid of the fog. Get yourself that ebook, read it over, let me know what you like, what you didn't like. If you want me to put some more ebooks, whatever you guys need. We're here to spread the information, spread the awareness, because I didn't have this information when I went through my situation. God, I wish I did. Oh my God, I wish I knew this when I was in the relationship. That would have been so much fun. That would have been so much fun to know what the fuck I was in and to be able to play the game right back, or at least terminate it sooner before it got worse. But what can we do, right? All we can do is move forward and teach. So let me know in the comments below if you're going through a situation right now where you're scared shitless of running into your psychopath ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend. Let me know what you're doing about it as far as your training and your healing, and we can discuss whether you're ready to go out and just fuck it and live your life, or if you still need some more time to get clarity and build the confidence that you need, so that if you ever run into them, you're not transported back to day zero. So when you do run into them and you confront them, if that's what you choose to do, it empowers you, not the psychopath. Let me know in the comments below what you're going through right now. And please leave a like on the video. This is going to help push the video up so more people can find it on the search. We got to get this information out there. And I'm blessed to have a platform like YouTube where we can all get together in a community and talk about these things that most people are afraid to talk about. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this video helped you some way. My name is Kira. This is Psychopath Exposure. Get your ebook on the link below, and I'll see you next time. Stay strong.